What's up, back 40ers? We are in unincorporated St. Louis here, what most of you probably think of as the Dellwood type of area. We're at one of our most recent purchases. We're gonna take you through everything here. We were direct to seller on this property, so we bought this totally off market, not even through a wholesaler. I'm gonna take you through that process and exactly what went into buying this house.
We spent $70,000. We bought this as a cash deal. We raised $25,000 for the construction. In total, we raised $105,000 for this house. Our monthly interest payment is $1,005 every single month that we own this house, from the acquisition to us selling the house, which is a 12% return for our investor.
One of the best things we saw in this house is just how nice this kitchen is. Saw that, we were like, okay, that's a huge part of the rehab taken off immediately. Something very interesting that most of you probably don't know is that in order to qualify for a government-backed loan like an FHA loan, for example, you have to hold the property for 90 days prior, us, the seller. So on our first flip in St. Louis, we actually did it so fast that we just had to wait 40 days or so just to close on the house because we hadn't held it for long enough. So now it's kind of in our processes. We buy them early. We send all their, demo, electrician, everyone through before our guys ever show up. Unfortunately, an issue with that is it leaves these houses open for quite some time. Somebody broke into this property, kicked down a bunch of drywall, put a bunch of holes and stuff, literally started a fire on this floor, as you can see here. I don't even know how they did that because there wasn't anything to start a fire with, but started a fire on that floor, threw a can of spray foam on it. It exploded all over the walls.
All over the walls.
Yeah, literally everywhere. On top of that, they did kick in this front door, and then they also just kicked out the bottom panel of the back door once they were already inside. I don't know, and then they also punched out one of our screens here. Just vandalism. Didn't take literally anything, thankfully, but it's one of the things when they sit like this that you'll have. So
statistically speaking, if we're buying enough houses, shit like this is just gonna happen. If you're someone that watches our videos, I want to be an investor. I wonder what it's like to be an investor. You have to learn to solve problems like this with not getting angry. Shit like this is just gonna happen. Statistically, we're gonna get houses broken into. You just gotta kind of eat your loss, move on, make a plan. If you're getting into the game of real estate, you gotta be ready to solve real problems every day. So how many problems do you get that are the exact same?
not very many.
Never.
If we're getting a lot of the same problem, then we figure out a solution to fix it. Bathrooms fully gutted all the way down. One of the main weird things, wow, this one is what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about, yeah.
Yeah, this looks way better.
Yeah.
Tons better.
Really, one of the only weird things on this house is these closets everywhere were just super strange. Our guys have already come through and they did a little bit of framing. Throw before on the screen of what this used to look like. I think this is significantly better.
We ran into one challenge with this door here. So it is it's kind of in the corner of another adjacent door. So this is a left-hand swing door. Swings into this. So I'm kind of curious if we did the right thing here. So we just put a left-hand door in this hole here. So it's kind of a little weird. Both of your doors kind of swing together, but even if it was a right-hand swing, still be hitting either way.
You could have done what they did at Attica with the slider, don't you think?
The only thing with putting a slider here is either have to do a barn door or build a pocket. So you have to have a pocket for your door to slide back and forth on. For us, this is a really straightforward rehab, so we really didn't want to overcomplicate it. So we just went with a simple solution, which the other closet's the exact same. So we just went 2 28-inch doors to make it super, super simple.
This one was also a weird closet situation. So you had a closet here, TV type mount here, and then another closet here. We can throw a before picture on the screen. Totally got it out. Looks like they didn't get this framed up before they had to head back. Had more window work in here. All of the windows were updated besides this wall and this wall extending to the kitchen and the bathroom.
They're gonna reframe an entire front face on this whole wall, and then basically find a halfway point, box it in, and then they're gonna do a 48-inch bifold to this closet, and then a 48-inch bifold to this closet.
That looked good.
So nice, big, spacious closet.
Yeah. It's kind of on my mind is with this drywall guy, we were very up in the air about what to do in this basement, drywall or panel board.
That's a really good question, Landon. So, downside to this house is we've already placed our order, so it's already showing up with all the panel board. But man, I've been really scratching my head. That panel board, yes, it's a lot easier on labor. This $825 just in material for paneling. But we have a lot of square footage.
Yeah.
A lot of walls that we're covering here. I would be very open to quoting this to see what the total difference is between a panel board and a drywall.
Yeah. With us having the drywall guy, he's not going to be that much more expensive. Really, with what we pay to do the two-tone, we could probably have a full finished basement, just have them drywall this for not that much more than what it'd be just normally.
What's your opinion on sheetrocking it and still color drenching the whole space? It'll look a lot better too.
Yeah. I'm just going to take a video, send it to the drywall guy and say, hey, I don't need an exact quote. You can definitely take a look at it, but could you give me a range at least so we can weigh our options? So literally as simple as I'm going to make the video. We're considering letting you guys take this job as well. It wasn't initially on our mind for you all, but what would you guys think you'd be at for this area in the basement with drywall from there to there to there, all around here, and not drywall the ceiling? Then up here, pretty similar stuff. We had somebody damage this area, so just drywall right there, and then this whole bathroom. I don't need an exact number. More so just want a range so we can kind of decide what exactly we're gonna do. And I believe that'll be all. I'll probably leave this on my guys' plates in case they have to make any changes. Give me a quote for just the upstairs portion that I showed and then what it would look like downstairs, as well as just out of curiosity, what downstairs would look like if we finished the ceiling. That's something we really prioritize is our landing pad. Subbing out as much stuff in the beginning as we can so our guys can very quickly go from start to finish. So far, up until essentially this house would almost be the first one we'd do it on, we only had the demo portion subbed out for them. So the demo crew would come through, do everything, and then the electricians, plumbers, HVAC guy, they would make all their changes. So then when they show up, no contractors even in the house until they leave. Just everything's totally perfect and good to go. Now we're considering adding drywall, kind of just because it's their least favorite thing to do, more than anything else, and it'll make it go a lot faster.
In order to figure some of this stuff out, you just have to implement out in the field and just kind of learn as you go. We didn't come into this with this word landing pad, but we got our ass kicked enough times that we said, hey, we need a landing pad, and basically created this operation to be able to make it more efficient, make it easier. You gotta get out here in the field and just kind of get your ass kicked sometimes. We've probably went through, I would say we got to house 9 before we kind of came up with the landing pad, which has been an absolute game changer to how we operate. Absolute game changer.
Yeah. We initially kind of thought of the idea as we were getting destroyed on Lilac, is what I think is kind of where we really started to push that pretty heavily. So now we can take on some huge projects and it feel the exact same to them.
Yep. The landing pad just gets shorter and longer.
Yep.
And there's something too about like locking a guy in a house for 4 months. Like that house starts to look the same, the drive's the same. You get a little burnout too.
This is the first house that we've actually ever painted before. I think it turned out really great. Our guys, from start to finish on this whole house, it's a decent sized house. Took them less than 1 day to paint this whole entire thing start to finish. Totally worth it for how much better this thing looks.
On the paint color here, we went with a Sherwin-Williams Evergreen Fog. We've been bringing a lot of natural colors into our flips, so we thought this would be kind of a spunky little pop, have a greenhouse. We're gonna continue to bring some cool colors to these houses.
Don't mind our super long grass. Just saw a guy down the street. He's going to mow our yard here soon, hopefully. Yeah. Weekly and bi-weekly lawn service. So gonna have him and a couple other guys figure out who's gonna cut these yards, but that's just another aspect you really don't think of.
Check out the backyard. This house is kind of unique on the exterior. It's not in a floodplain. There's no floodplain issues with the creek, but it does have a creek. You got the jungle. So back here we have a lot of overgrowth, which when I moved to St. Louis, I would not imagine there was any trees. North County has so many trees.
Back there. Like, this isn't just our yard.
For us, we're gonna make a decision. It is kind of nice to have this for privacy. We are gonna clean it up. We're gonna cut it back some, but we can't eliminate 100% of this. I would say, I don't know, 60 feet. This one's worse than others, but this is a very familiar issue we have on North County, is to come in, do a nice mow, do a nice landscape, a big cleanup on all of our houses. I did notice, Landon, we got a window broke there too. Dish it. Got you. That actually went really well. See it, Maddie? Oh no! The ball is gone into the forest. Huge component on these houses is mechanical components. Every house we're buying is gonna go through the home inspection process. We're gonna have a professional home inspector out at these houses before the homeowners acquire the homes. This house had a brand new AC and furnace in it. We have a ton of people in our comments that's always saying we do shit work, we're house flippers, we half-ass things. Landon, do we half-ass things?
No.
Tell the people how we don't half-ass say.
We really can't. I mean, we got hit today on a property because there was chipping paint on a windowsill on the exterior of the house. Like, you just really can't do it to an extent. Everyone that buys these houses are getting inspections. You have one from the actual person giving the loan. You have one from the county. We even had another one from St. Louis City themselves. It's just not something that you can do, really, more than anything else.
3 full inspections. We have so many steps in our processes that we just can't half-ass these houses.
And we like having a good reputation.
We love having a good reputation.
Let us know what you guys want to see in our next videos. We're new to this long form content thing, but we love the feedback. So if you guys have anything you want to see specifically, definitely check it out. Also, if somehow you don't know us from TikTok, we post a ton more on there. We go live every Wednesday at 7 o'clock for everyone that messages us asking if we can teach them. Do it for free every Wednesday at 7 o'clock for as many hours as we can. Follow us on some other places and learn real estate with us. So,
We do this for fun.
yeah.
We're out here every day.